It's time to play everybody's favorite game show where the podcast starts. This week, a 16th century, which Alana said before we started, it means the 1500s, and I always get that confused. It's a slang term from the 16th century, and the slang term is green gown. Green gown, and I will use it in a sentence. I'd like to give that girl a green gown.
From the 15. I can't even.
I'd like to give that girl a green gown.
Yeah, I'd like to give that girl a green
What
gown.
was going on in the 1500s? Was that like Napoleon was 1700s, right?
I don't know.
That's a good question too.
Earlier.
Green gown.
1500s.
I'd like to.
Give that girl a green gown.
I don't know. Was there some tradition where you wore green once you were like engaged or something, or like in that, and you changed your formal attire, possibly?
Yeah,
It's not bad.
it's not a bad guess. I like that one. That might be your Kendall. That might be your best guess.
I think it's my most educated.
That might be your best guess, Mike.
I'd like to give that girl a green
Well, just
gown.
the green gown is the term.
Green gown. Green gown. Yeah, I don't know. I'll say, I'd like to get engaged. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like sexual.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like an orgasm, maybe?
Okay.
The old green gown.
Give it
Did
the
they
old
have
green gown.
those back then?
Orgasms.
They were not invented till the late 1700s. John
I
Orgasm.
know the first person.
Dr. Orgasm.
Dr. Orgasm.
And you're not going to believe this. That's when war stopped. I don't know
I don't know
who invented orgasms.
Who had the first one?
I think it was God.
Who had the first one? Probably Eve with that snake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Alana, out of everybody, you were the closest because it actually is a sexual term.
Oh.
Green gown is a dress stained green from grass after outdoor sexual activity. It's a cheeky euphemism from the 1500s where the guys would be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, roll around in the field.
Oh, this makes sense. Let's go roll around on that golf course out there, guys.
Yeah, wait till the sprinklers come on, then you're going to have a green gown and a wet ass. Welcome everybody to Bad Potato Salad, the show where Michael Travers and I accost random strangers. That's right, Mike and I are professional comedians who travel internationally, but we haven't been out of the country, to telling jokes to strangers for money. When we're not doing that, we take time out of our day to sit in this basement and judge the internet. And we judge the internet with all the fun people in our comment section. If you enjoyed the show, please comment down below. Let us know that you enjoyed the show or, your opinions on the stories. If you're not familiar with how the show works, our beautiful eyes read us two headlines they find from across Reddit. Mike and I choose which one we think would be the funniest to blind react to, then we blind react to it. Again, if it's your first time here, please listen to the show, then rate, review, subscribe anywhere podcasts are available. If it's not your first time here, stop being a dick. We need your support. Rate, review, subscribe right now. Who judges the internet with me?
This is Derek. Man, we are on a... we had one right recently.
And then Alana kind of had that one right.
Yeah.
So we'll give her credit, partial credit for it. Yeah, we'll take partial credit. It is Mike Travers, everybody.
Yeah, happy to be here.
I'm happy you're here too. And who reads us those stories? Who judges the internet? Who holds the podcast together? That'd be our beautiful, our amazing, our wonderfully attractive, wonderful wives, Kendall and Alana.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello, we're here. And we're excited. Is that our fanfare?
Yeah. And that's not a hum from the air conditioner, but we did turn the AC back on thanks to you people for telling us that you would rather see us, have. And
did people say something about the air conditioning?
No, I said something about turning it off last week, and then everyone's like, "Please turn the AC back on. We haven't heard the hum. You guys don't need to be sweating down there. We want good working conditions for our spuddies." So hey,
Jeez.
we start every single episode the same exact way by reading a fan submission story. And if you want to get your fan submission story read, all you have to do is send us an email to badpotatosaladpod@gmail.com, and we will read that story. Also, follow us on Instagram. We're killing it over there. Kendall,
Hi.
do we have one today?
Yeah, and if this sounds familiar, you have to tell me because my brain is in jumble mode with all of the fan submission stories I've been reading in a great way. But this is basically a a true off my chest story.
Okay.
And the title is My Grandparents' Closet is Full of Stiff Socks.
Okay.
Is that a term for something?
Yes.
Yes.
Do
Like
you want- hold on.
higher
Why
fiber.
do we know these terms?
It's okay that you don't know this one.
Mike, why don't you, let's all guess what stiff socks means. Alana, you go first. No.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
What is it?
When boys go in a sock and it gets hard and crusty
Yeah.
from all the ick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather find a stiff sock in your grandparents' closet or a green dress?
In my grandfather's? I'll go with the sock.
I'll go with the sock. Okay. We have not read this one before.
Okay,
so-
okay. That makes me feel better. All right. What's up, guys? Repeat offender here is reheated potato. That's what he said.
Twice baked.
No, twice baked.
Twice baked.
We got twice baked potato over here. Anyway, I think this would fall under true off my chest. It's a bit from my childhood that makes me laugh. Unfortunately, now that my son is creeping closer to being a teenager, it makes me a little nervous. So when I was a younger boy on his way to manhood, I started to discover a part of my body was doing something new. If you caught a slight breeze or chewed a grape the right way, you had a situation that needed handling.
Chewed a grape. I've never been turned on by a grape. That wouldn't even be a fruit that turns me on. Pineapples for sure. You decore a pineapple, you can fuck that for a while.
Decor pineapple.
That sounded a little too specific. Dan.
Yeah.
So in the early 2000s, my grandparents purchased satellite TV for the first time.
Okay.
It didn't take long before teenage me figured out that if you stay up late enough, you could catch Girls Gone Wild ad or literally anything on the IFC channel because foreign films aren't afraid of boobs.
What's IFC? International
Yeah.
Film
Film channel, I think so. Yeah. Hell yeah, Europe. Always looking out for the little guy. I was
job.
lucky enough to have a TV in my bedroom, but too stupid to think about anything beyond that. I figured out that a sock was very convenient. Perfect shape, sometimes soft, other times, who gave a shit? I was 13. So after I took care of business, I had no idea what to do with the evidence. My grandparents were your typical old Americans, so they were obviously hoarders. There was a long closet attached to my bedroom that was full of old suits and old dresses that they bought and never wore.
Okay.
There was literally no way to walk to or see the back of the closet. So stupid me just chucked the sock into the back of the closet and never thought about it again.
So he found his own socks in the back of the closet. I did not see that.
Yeah.
Ew.
Me neither. Fast forward 20-ish years, my grandparents are now passed and my aunt inherited the house. She used to live in the mess, so I'm not sure she's been too worried to clean all of it out yet. If she has, I've never been accused of being the source of the socks. If she hasn't, then there's 50 to 300 crusty socks in the back of a closet. Sorry.
Wow.
So as a father to a soon-to-be teenager, I'm afraid my karma might be fast approaching. Wish me luck. And also, Kendall and Mike, if you have any advice or parenting stories input, I would love any and all help or commiserating. Love you guys. Love the pod.
Do you have any advice for 300 stiff socks in a closet?
Yeah, you just got to have that talk and say, hey, you know, I don't know what you're doing when you're alone, but if, you know, you might want to just come through. If something's happening, just, you know, toilet paper. Wipe, it's gone. You know, it's
Flush
like a
it.
revelation,
Yeah, right.
you know. So,
Man.
you know, I just addressed it that way. Didn't accuse, didn't say you're doing anything. Said, if you happen to.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a better option
Right.
than clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Man.
shame.
Because
Just
it's
trying
weird.
to-
Because you do that. I did the same thing. Everyone, you start out that way.
Oh, that's crazy.
bizarre.
I did not. Yeah. No,
Not in a sock?
I had, no, because I had a high sex drive, so I used a Christmas stocking.
Gross.
Oh, Santa can come down my chimney, but I can't come in his stocking. That's kind of, you tell me what's right, Alana. No, I think 300's a lot.
That's bizarre.
300's a lot.
300's
300
a
is like that's it. That's a habit at that point. Like you gotta.
That's more than a habit. That's
That's an addiction.
an addiction.
Well,
Well,
it's over years, but the grandfather had to be thinking like,
Where?
God damn, I lose socks like nobody.
Yeah,
like
let's-
I haven't had 300 pair of socks in my life.
That's also true.
because they didn't have Amazon back then. It's not like you could just order more socks and have
Nope.
them come the next day.
No, they had the Amazon. That was it. Man, that's crazy. Like 300, let's say they were his socks or whatever, but like to hide 300 of them, like you gotta, why?
Early 2000s. I love
2000s isn't that long.
I love that. I like that his number went from 50 to 300.
It's like marking casualties from World War I. Like, we're not sure how many we lost. We know it was a lot.
That's a big gap.
Yeah. It's a big gap. Man, you got to throw them away. Why wouldn't you throw them away? Why wouldn't you throw them away? If you did it that many times in a sock that got like that crusty, why wouldn't you throw it away?
Yeah, at some point he should have came up with an excuse to go into that house
and burn it down
and throw those socks out.
For real.
Yeah, I would think so.
Wild.
Man, what do girls just have, like, when you guys are just like exploring your bodies through teenage years? What do you guys do? Because guys are pretty gross.
I feel like this is a question for other girls, and not because I just grew up so religious, and we definitely had the the sex is bad thing or whatever. It just didn't. I think for most girls,
right,
it doesn't register as that until you're much older. Like I'm not saying that you didn't explore or like do something or think something felt good.
Right.
I just didn't ever have any. I don't have any memory of being like, oh, I was like masturbating in my bed or with my Barbie or like anything like that.
Yeah.
But I know that people do, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that was not my experience.
Your Barbie, eat it, Barbie.
I don't know.
With a Barbie would be okay. I guess because it goes in.
I meant to like, do you feel like
I just would watch HBO stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's weird,
how I learned about sex, because my parents never had like a talk with me or anything.
Never? No? I don't know that my parents did either.
So I just watched it all on HBO late at night.
Right, but as far as like self-pleasuring, that like just didn't even enter my brain chemistry until
I don't know, maybe
much later. But again, I know that it's normal
now,
if it does. I'm just saying. For me, it didn't.
Making up for lost time.
But
why do you think it took us so long to get here?
Let me ask you this. What did you have a sex talk with your boys?
Yeah, not like specifically like sat them down, but as things would come up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like,
like on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, as something would come up.
Like you said, if he found a crusty sock, he was like, hey, how about
just throwing this out there, and then
maybe try this.
when you're going on your first date, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But not really. They're pretty good. Just it's not like it used to be where they don't have the information either.
Right,
They
That's true.
They have it in school now.
Yeah, but I think that's worse. I don't know that that's worse, but I feel like it's worse because I remember specifically like when we had like, hey, all the boys are going to go to this classroom for the period and all the girls are going to stay in this classroom for the period. And then some crusty old lady is going to tell you about how to make life or whatever. That was awkward for all of us. Cause that was
I'd love to hear about Amy and Clarence's.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't because we had it in school. Like they, like they had that talk like in school. Like they would tell you like, right.
But
it's like, aren't you my driver's ed teacher?
Yeah. It's definitely an awkward conversation, but again, now with just the availability of the internet and sex in general, it's like I would probably, if we had young kids now, be way more like asking them more questions about what they see.
So tell me, what did you learn?
No, I don't mean like what.
How'd you think I looked there? Because I arched my back in that scene.
Because I'm trying to figure this out too. You're telling me you can put what in there? Do you think the internet's accentuated fetishes because you learned them at a younger age, where we didn't have access to that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? Like it was just like porn or whatever. And like, but like, do you think like they're exploring earlier because they have all the categories?
I would think so.
You don't think? I do.
I said I would think so.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I think they're probably way more advanced at their early ages than.
And it would mentally make you feel better because you weren't alone. You wouldn't feel like a freak if you were into something like
that's interesting.
Off the beaten path. You'd be like, oh, there's other people.
Yeah, that's what I've always said about college too. Is like, like in high school, like weird kids existed in high school, right? But then like they would just. This isn't the right term, but they would just get like bullied until like they acted like everybody else. But then with college, everyone goes to college weird. And then you just find other people who are into that same weird thing. And you're like, I'm not wrong. Everyone else is wrong. These are my people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I thought
you grow up and you're geographically friends with who's around you.
Right.
And then you go to college and there's a bigger group from further away, and then and then life, you keep getting more people that have different,
More
that
like-minded,
are more
yeah.
like you or whatever. But
Yeah.
sure.
Wow.
Well, true off your chest.
True off
I will
your
tell
chest.
you
Let's go.
that is you should talk to a medium and apologize to your grandparents.
Your grandparents, they never found it. They didn't know.
That's also true.
He's probably buried without socks.
Poor guy.
Couldn't find any.
Hey, you think your grandfather's stiff in this casket? You should have seen the socks we pulled off.
Couldn't even get those on.
These will fit perfectly.
Do you provide?
Do you
Go ahead.
Do you
provide?
provide like socks and undies for a corpse?
I think you have to dress them from the waist up. Like
So they're naked from the waist
I know.
down?
No, you give them a whole
They
outfit.
usually give the whole. Yeah, they give the
Yeah.
whole outfit. I don't know if they bother with
Underwear?
underwear.
Socks and shoes, maybe. It depends if they wanted to be like if you had a pair of red bottoms that you really wanted to be buried in, like they would accommodate that, I'm sure.
I don't.
But what if heaven's like our house and has a no shoe policy?
What'd you say?
What if heaven's like our house and has a no shoe
Like
policy?
this house has a no shoe policy.
Yeah.
Man, I am not wearing shoes in heaven because, like,
I am not wearing shoes in heaven.
no.
The streets are made of gold. She wants to feel that, you know.
Great
Yeah.
line.
No, don't wear shoes in your house.
I'm not wearing shoes. I'm not
We're in
wearing shoes in heaven.
Are you ready?
Yeah, give us some options. That was fun. That was a fun tangent.
Yeah, for sure. Am I the asshole for telling a girl she's too quiet to date?
Okay, I could see how that would be hard to have a conversation.
Or am I the asshole for leaving a dinner early after my friends made a joke about me?
Okay.
When?
Yeah, could you imagine? I'm out of here. Pay the bill.
I want to hear
All
the
Derek
joke.
does is make jokes.
I know, right?
Yeah, but I usually drive, so I
No,
you
I
can't leave
usually
early.
drive.
Yeah, you don't ever drive.
Yeah, that's fair. I drive a lot, so when
Yeah,
we're
that's
around
true.
town,
That's true.
she drives. Which one do you want? Too quiet to date or leaving early? I wanted the joke is interesting, but so is being too quiet to date because I feel like I feel like I
Let's
could
do
have an
that one.
opinion about
Yeah,
that
let's
one
do
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to be too quiet.
Why?
about
Was
it?
I too quiet?
No, I'm saying if someone was too quiet to date, like it would be hard to learn
You're
about.
like, I have an opinion about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got something to say about that one.
No, but have you ever like?
I mean, I'm
you've-
definitely quieter than you.
But you've been in a situation where like you've interviewed people for a job before, and if all they said was just like one word answers, you don't learn anything about the person because they're just giving you yes or no, and you feel like you're doing all the heavy lifting in a
True.
Yeah, you've been in a conversation where you've done all the heavy
Sure.
lifting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okie dokes.
Let's do it.
Am I the asshole for telling a girl that she's too quiet to date? I, 33 female, went to a queer speed dating event in my city, and because I'm in a smaller city, the queer dating scene is a bit small. And a
Just
girl,
one table.
Keep rotating.
With three, it's like musical chairs. They just-
Very fast. Better slow it down.
Speed dating turns into we gotta slow this down.
2 minutes.
so small scene, and then a girl who hangs out with other people that I'm friends with, also 30s female, was there as well. I've talked to her before, given her rides a couple of times, but we're not exactly close friends.
So it was like an acquaintance-ish.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to her when it was my turn, just like I talked to everyone. And the thing is, even when the dates being so short, there was a lot of awkward silence because she's extremely quiet.
Yeah.
I've noted this about her before. It doesn't mean I don't like her, but honestly, it's part of the reason why I haven't tried to get close to her. And when I've run into her at parties and we end up in the same conversation, she does not talk. When I give her rides, I try to make conversation, but she doesn't give much besides a one-word answer. And after speed dating, I got a couple contacts from people that I did enjoy talking to. And a few days later, this other girl DM'd me asking me if I wanted to chat and see where things go.
She's pulling her for a chat.
Just pulled her for chat. I got a text.
I declined and told her that I was not interested, and she seemed to think that this has something to do with her appearance and gender presentation, and I told her no, but I generally like to date people who are at least as loud and talkative as I am, and then she blocked me.
And then she what?
Blocked me.
Oh, she blocked you. You think I'm quiet now?
Yeah. I have nothing to say about that.
A mutual friend said that I should have left it at not interested, but I thought I was being reassuring by not letting her think it's something that she has little control over and trying to make it clear that it's just a personality mismatch.
It has nothing to do with your looks. It's your personality that sucks.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Happy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if your personalities aren't compatible, then
For sure.
I mean, we have pretty opposite personalities, but
But I need
they're
that.
still compatible.
Yeah. But I also need your level of sane and calmness to match whatever's going on up here.
I know, because Mike and I are very similar personalities. He said yesterday, we need a boss.
Yeah. That's really funny.
We need someone to be in charge of both of us.
We need an adult.
We need an adult to be in
To
charge
look
of
out
us.
for us.
It is true because
Collectively.
like when you have two golden retrievers at the same house
Yeah.
and they're just bouncing off the walls, like you need one golden retriever and one lapdog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm definitely the boss, the HR, all of it.
yeah.
We got chaos running around the house.
Yeah.
We need a German Shepherd in charge of
Yeah,
us.
100%.
But yeah, so
Is
wait.
that it?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay. So
Not the asshole.
no, my first thought was those like this girl may be shy because it's a small town, and do you think small town mindset, small town ethics, if she was queer or they said what did they say gender
Well,
the
she
way
was
she
saying
looked?
her gender presentation. So
Right, gender
I'm guessing like some people present more male
Boyish.
and some people present more female, like
Sure.
whatever. And so I think that the person that wrote it was like, I didn't want her to think it was because of that.
Right.
It was because I just didn't like
Yeah, I don't know
her.
how that
Yeah.
made sense.
I'm not
Is
sure
it,
Well, I think she
Either-
might have been self-conscious about like, oh, you don't like me because I present too far this way or too
Right.
far
Yeah,
this way.
but without knowing that, she's not the one that
Well, no,
made
the
that
girl- the
decision.
girl said that, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's the one that made that decision of what she would like to hear.
Right. No, I thought she said, was it because of my gender presentation?
She seemed to think
She seemed to think this had
That it
something
had
to do
something
with
with
her
it.
appearance or gender
Well, but
presentation.
my initial point was like, if you grew up in a small town with a small mindset like that, she may have grown up quiet because
Right.
she didn't want to be ridiculed her entire life
To
for
be
being
herself.
different and being, so she was just like, I'll just keep to myself and this is how I am. And
Right.
now she's in an adult world where people are accepting of that and she just doesn't know how to let loose.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, how quiet and shy was she? She's the one that reached out for the date.
Also
You
true.
know, like
That's true.
So might have just read her wrong, or might have just been like, some people are quiet to start, and then once But again, she doesn't have to like her.
Right,
She
exactly.
She could have just said. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but
So-
now think about it like this: if she was quiet and reserved, and she built up the confidence to ask this girl out on a date, and then the girl was like, "No," she could have just been crushed, and that's why she was
Yeah.
just like, "I don't know how to handle rejection like this, so I'm just gonna block you." Like,
I'm trying to think like if I was in her position and I reached out to somebody that I went on a speed date with and was
Right.
like,
Seemed to
hey,
hit it
like
off.
I don't know, and this person was like, I'm not really sure. I guess there was like a conversation first, but thinking about whatever. I mean, I'm sure anybody that's doing that has their insecurities on full blast. They're
Sure.
like, oh, you must not like me because of X, Y, and Z, and they're like, no, it's not that.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
personality sucks.
it's not surface level; it's deeper than that.
Yeah, careful. Yeah, careful what you ask for.
Yeah, so maybe it's
No, I
maybe
hate
you're
you
an
on a
asshole. I
personal
don't know.
level.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I could go either way.
Here's the thing. You're not the asshole because you would have been the asshole if you agreed to go on a date with her, knowing you weren't interested, leading her on, and then she gets way more hurt after the fact. Like, sometimes it's best just to cut ties before shit gets too serious.
yeah.
But if you were on a date with somebody who's not reciprocating at all, or does you have to feel like you're doing all the heavy lifting, like that's got to feel like such a long.
exhausting.
But isn't it when you're speed dating? Isn't that like 2 minutes long?
That's what I
Right.
think, like 3 to 5 at
know.
most.
How
I
much
would
heavy
think.
lifting can you do in
Well, I'm saying
3-minute conversation?
If she
Yeah.
was going past that to go like on an actual date, and you're there for a couple hours with this person, and they're not talking.
No, but I'm saying that
Listen,
she's
yeah.
making that judgment on
Yeah.
a
On-
3-minute interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's a wild. I mean,
or it was a painful 3 minutes.
Yeah.
To
Like,
not
Yeah, she
talk-
obviously didn't like her, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Right.
Not
What
the asshole.
It doesn't matter
No, you
what
don't
the
have
reason.
to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like someone.
Right. So I'm just yeah, not the ass. You're not the asshole.
No.
You don't have to like everyone.
And that girl's not the
Yeah.
asshole for blocking you either, because if her only intentions was to be with you because she wanted to date you and you said no to that, just
Blocking. I just like spit everywhere. Sorry.
That's
Blocking-
strange.
I think blocking culture to me is so weird.
Right.
What?
I agree.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I get it. I'm like, I think it's strange to like decide you're not friends with somebody anymore or whatever, and then be like, I have to block them. I can't let them see anything that I'm doing. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
again, there may be instances where that is required.
Like an ex.
But generally, it's like, just don't look at their stuff, and like, why are you worried about it?
Yeah, you can I unfollow people's
Right.
feeds on Facebook.
Right.
Or
Oh,
like
yeah.
even on Instagram, but you can on Facebook you could still
You can
stay
mute them.
friends
Yeah,
with
just mute them.
you can still stay friends with them, but
For
unfollow
sure.
the
Right.
feed.
I
Like a
mute
lot
them.
of it's political.
Yeah, I
content.
mute
During
a lot of
election
people.
season, I
Yeah, I'm like,
unfollow
unfollow
almost
feed,
everyone.
unfollow
Not everyone.
feed.
Everybody.
I follow a lot.
But blocking
Yeah.
is a direct, like,
Yeah, I don't see a problem with blocking because if it's just not a person you want in your life anymore, you don't want them to be able to
guess.
reach out and contact you anymore. Like
I've
that's,
blocked. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just seems like an
Exes,
ego
yeah.
thing. Like, no one cares about you that much. You don't need to, nobody gives a shit. You don't need to block them. If you don't
blocked
respond for a
exes.
day or two, they
Yeah.
won't. They'll stop responding. Nobody
Some
gives a
people
shit.
won't.
Yeah.
Well, if you're being harassed, that's one thing.
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, Kendall's talking about like you get something with a friend, or you don't go to a dinner and they
Oh.
block you. Not like
I don't think I've
Not
ever
like
blocked
a-
a friend. Yeah.
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 yeah, you probably haven't because you're not a psychopath.
No, I'm just kidding.
Are we ready for some other options?
Yes.
Now, I'm warning you now. Both of these titles are long,
Okay.
okay?
We'll pay attention.
One of these is from the Best of Redditor.
Has the title started already?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. My 25 male boyfriend, 28 male, tried to screw over my best friend, 26 female,
Oh boy.
Okay.
at work.
So it's a
my
gay
boyfriend
couple.
tried to screw over my best friend at work.
Yeah.
I told her about it, and my boyfriend got fired, and he blames me now, and he wants me to pick either him or her.
Okay.
Okay.
So he wants her to pick between her boyfriend or his work best friend. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Very catchy title.
Yeah.
I told you they were long.
Yeah.
Okay. Or,
Surprised that didn't do better in the box office.
Yeah.
or
I'll
Grabs
take
your-
one for.
my fiance, 30 male, bought meta glasses to wear at home, and I, 30 female, can't get over the feeling of being exposed. How do we resolve this?
Okay.
So
know,
one
like-
is
Work drama.
Work
the other
drama.
one's home life drama.
one is home life drama.
I picked the last one. So do you want to hear about the two gay men that got fired?
Let's do the glasses.
Let's do the glasses.
The glasses. I think the glasses is an interesting
Okay. Yeah, that
conversation.
is interesting. Have you seen people with meta glasses in the wild
Not
yet?
that I know
No.
of.
Yeah, I have. At the conferences and stuff, like people.
I don't know what they do.
They record, like it's a point of view recording. So like
What's
they
the
record.
point of that?
Well, I think it's just like it could be fun for like some things.
Oh my god,
right?
there's
like,
so many times where I'm like watching the dogs do something. I'm like, man, I wish I could just
Yeah.
record with my eyeballs.
Or like the Eras tour.
Wish I didn't have to reach all the way into my pocket and get
I
that
know.
Right.
phone.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Eras
Or like
tour.
for a concert where you don't want to hold you
There
don't
we
want to
go.
hold cameras up like
There we
that.
go.
Yeah. Or like
watching something you want to also
Yeah.
record.
100%.
Watching Mike and I make
Yeah.
love.
Yeah. Man, that's gotta be a shaky.
Seeing that footage of that concert right in the back of that guy's head,
Yeah.
you moving around, yeah.
But you
That'd
can
be
also like stream
fantastic.
live and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of like from like if we're on stage and like you wanted a POV from the stage,
Right.
like you could do something like that.
That makes sense. But let's
Not
hear,
a lot of sense to
Let's
them
hear.
yet.
Let's hear how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. So my fiance bought meta glasses to wear at home, and I can't get over the feeling of being exposed.
Right.
How do we resolve this? We've been together for 6.5 years. We've lived together for a year, and we just got engaged. He's always been into tech and gadgets and enjoys buying the newest toys on the market.
Okay.
I've benefited from his enthusiasm and research in picking out my phone, tablet, smartwatch, etc. So clearly I'm not opposed to tech, and I engage with it on all day, every day.
You mean you live in this century? I have a cell phone
Yeah.
thanks to him. I have a tablet thanks to him. Yeah. I engage with it.
Yeah, I'm engaged with tech.
I've also always shared as little of my data as possible, opting for the most privacy possible in my settings and resisting some products that don't provide those options.
Dear Facebook, it is not okay to
I do not give you permission.
I do not consent to you posting my pictures.
Yeah. Have you
From
ever
my
seen that a lot?
vacation.
Funny is that?
when like old people like copy and paste this like thing where Facebook, you do not have my consent to use my data. Copy and paste if you agree, and everyone's
legally binding. You're like, no,
it's like the modern day old people, like how we used to be like, forward this or your best friend will die.
Remember those chain letters?
Yeah. Chain mail.
But I will say,
that was a great.
I've had a few friends get money from Facebook's data breach, like because they submitted to the class action lawsuit that was against Facebook, and they got like $100 a piece out of it. So like there's that.
I ain't trying to break Mark Zuckerberg. I ain't trying to make him go broke.
Yeah, he's like, you're shadow banned.
You're shadow banned. Okay, so she says, I also have complex feelings about AI, and I tend to avoid the use of generative AI. I live in an area currently battling a massive proposed data center complex that would greatly impact utilities and property value here. I have complex feelings about the impact of AI on children, jobs, and the environment. My fiance knows all of this, and we've had extensive arguments about this. On Friday, he informed me he'd gotten a new prescription and ordered new glasses. Great. And then he said, oh, and I also bought something I know you're not going to be a fan of. And he proceeded to tell me that he got prescription Ray-Bans with Meta AI.
Imagine getting prescription Ray like the Meta glasses.
Oh, you can get this Meta added into any glasses that you want?
No, I think they're just the Ray-Ban ones.
Like but either way, Mike has Ray-Ban frames, like they're normal frames.
Right. You have to get the actual Ray-Ban Meta glasses, though.
Right.
And then the tech gets added in?
No, they sell them as like they were just putting the lenses in so he could see.
Oh. Okay. I told him I was deeply uncomfortable with it all, and he assured me that it would mostly be for filming concerts or travel.
Oh, concert. We were right.
I told him
that'd be great footage. I can't wait to see that. The one with your phone's not bad enough. How can I get a worse version of this concert?
Dude, imagine 4th of July with Meta glasses. Everyone's putting their fireworks.
That's the only thing less watched is your firework footage.
You got one of a parade I can watch.
She said, I told him I did not want them being used in the house. He'd have to use his regular glasses at home.
He's like, but those aren't techie.
Now that he's had a day to set them up and explore all of the features, he wants to wear them all the time. He told me he would not record in the house, but I can't shake the feeling that this is a massive invasion of privacy. It's not something I'm comfortable with. I want there to be some space in my life where I feel like I'm not under surveillance. I recognize that our phones, laptops, and watches do this, but it feels different to be staring into the camera every day and into the face of AI. His point is that these features will make his life meaningfully easier, and that frankly, it's not my place to tell him what glasses he can wear, as that is his choice to make. How can I express my concerns, or are they irrelevant? What are the real risks here? I don't know how we navigate this while living together to find a compromise.
I mean, it is his decision, right? I mean, like if he wants to wear those, if he's not recording and he's just wearing the glasses, like that's one thing.
She needs proof of that, though.
Well, but there's a light on them when they're recording. Like there's a light visibly in the person's face when they're
Sure, it's not hard to disable.
It may not be, right?
Like who knows?
Yeah,
your glasses are videotaping. I think getting the light to go off won't be that hard.
The problem is he's wearing these as his regular glasses all the time.
Right.
She doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because she's not sure he's not taping.
Sure.
Yeah, like if you didn't wear contacts and you wore glasses.
Well, these are recording.
I know.
My contacts are recording.
Having sex, but like you needed your glasses to have sex. Yeah. I wouldn't like that.
No.
I see what you're saying. She's saying like, if you had to wear them while you were being intimate, she wouldn't want them on because she'd feel like you might be secretly recording her.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be.
He's having sex like with different trying to like get better.
I mean, I know you're my husband, but like also at the same time, I don't want you recording.
Derek's holding the glasses.
You got to get the angle right to make your penis look bigger. Yeah. Also, if you
can wear these for a little bit.
Just trying to swell it up here a little bit.
He puts them on you.
Yeah.
While you're making love.
You should put them on Stewie because she's
got the best POV.
There's a great use for them.
Honestly, that
would be.
Oh yeah, Stewie wearing them all the time would be.
Well, that's the thing. Like people put like cameras in like on like dogs, and those are fun videos.
Such a good idea.
Yeah, but I would say like Alana, if you're uncomfortable with that, like I have bad news about our pillows because they have been recording. But it's a thing. Like when people say like I don't want to be tracked, I don't want to be tracked. It's like every device you have is tracking you. Like people are like my cell phone. I don't trust the government. It's like you logged in on Facebook 2 days ago and what did you do? Oh yeah, you checked in at fucking Denny's. Like the government knows where you are.
The worst part is I always find out the level that they can track you from listening to like a murder documentary. And that's what I always take away. Like, holy shit. They got know everything
they're like,
you're doing.
His cell phone pinged here.
He turned it off here. Then he did this.
Just watched.
Yeah, we just watched that.
I mean, I remember thinking, like years and years and years ago, hearing my sister's always been a little bit more like progressive and hippie than I am by leaps and bounds. And I remember being like at her house, honestly, like 10 or 15 years ago, and having people talk about, well, you know, there's going to be these drones and then they're going to surveil everybody or whatever. And I had the same like, okay, well, if you want to be tracked, don't do anything bad and don't use a smartphone, you know, but they do make it so that you can't live without the technology and the way to communicate with people, and then they sneak that shit in.
And the attention.
Yeah. Well, that's how they get you because of the validation.
Don't hate that either.
Yeah. I mean,
you mean they're watching all the time?
Yeah.
Well, fantastic.
I mean, I don't think it would bother me if you wanted to do that at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd want to know when you were recording, but I also wouldn't think you were.
Yeah, because it can turn manipulative quick if he like you're in an argument and he turns the glasses on and he's not facing you, so you don't know that they're on, and he's like, "This is how you sound when you argue. This is how dumb you are." You know what I mean? Like that can be manipulative. That can be bad. But like, but also like I wouldn't want to know that someone has the opportunity to film me at any given second in my house, like with that.
Yeah,
like,
and if she doesn't, I mean, they got to agree on it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know where you go from there.
Well, I think you could make him get LASIK eye surgery, is where you go, and then he doesn't have the need to wear glasses anymore.
And he just wears them for fun.
Yeah.
This sounds like he's not going to give in, though. He loves it.
Yeah.
He's obsessed.
But it also sounds like when someone's that obsessed with tech, are they really like, you know, trying to like use it against you though? He's probably just excited that it's a thing that he has.
Yeah, I don't think he has ill intent.
Right.
But she doesn't feel comfortable in her own house, so that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
That's what I think is weird.
Yeah, you let Kendall feel comfortable in your house?
I want her to feel super comfortable. Let all your guards down, babe.
There's cameras everywhere.
I keep Alana on edge. I'll jump around a corner and scare her. I do scare you a lot.
Honestly. I mean,
so the question is she the asshole for not wanting him to wear him?
yeah, it's more relationship advice. She's like, I don't know how we resolve this.
Yeah, you probably have to have a conversation with him and tell him you don't feel comfortable and hope that he can respect you as his partner. Because
What if
at
he
the end
says
of the well, at the end of the day, like it's a respect thing, right? It's a boundary she's setting, and you have the right to set any boundaries in your relationship that you want. So
Right.
She should just start carrying around like an old camcorder.
like a news reporter.
Yeah.
That'd be so good with a
Filming
full
him all
boom
the time.
mic and everything.
Yeah, like a boom mic.
She has a key grip with her. This is my new thing, too.
Yeah. It turns out I love tech as well.
Yeah.
You love tech.
Hope you're okay with
I
that.
love analog.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say you gotta talk to him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got to agree. I mean, if she don't want it, then it's you got to agree on something like that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah,
We did it. We solved it.
problem
Do
solved.
we need them in?
I have no interest in wearing any of those either. That's so bizarre.
No?
No.
No.
I'm surprised that you said that.
Well, 'cause
like-
I'm the most interesting thing, and I'm gonna be behind the camera.
Hey, there we go.
I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding.
All right, no, you're not kidding. All right, do we need a read or a story?
Oh yeah, we could do it. We'll do it. Let's do it. Good call, Kendall. Before we read this next story, I'll let you know this next story is brought to you by our friends at Miracle Made. I wanted to tell you guys that our bedroom has needed a miracle for quite a while, and I know Mike and Kendall's has needed a miracle for quite a while too.
Quite a while.
Yeah, so we need a little spark in there. We need a little spark in there, Kendall. Well,
Always.
good news, we have it because we partnered with Miracle Made, and We've actually been using they make bedding, they make sheets because the name might not portray that very well, but we've actually been using the sheets for the last couple weeks here, and they are awesome. Mike and Kendall just put theirs on a few nights ago.
Fantastic.
Love them.
Since our little dog had passed, but we had gotten in the habit of changing sheets quite often.
Oh, quite often. It used to be a daily recurrence.
So we were looking for sheets. So
We
it
needed
worked out
more.
great.
You don't need to change these ones as
we
often
don't.
because these sheets are NASA-inspired, silver-infused fabric to help regulate your temperature while you sleep. So for people that sleep hot or people that sleep cold, this is designed to help you sleep at the perfect temperature, so you're not waking up sweating 1 minute and then freezing the next. They stay cleaner because they're antimicrobial, which
They do feel really nice.
Yeah, they do. Yep. They're antimicrobial, which means that less laundry for you, even if Mike pees the bed. And they feel like ridiculously comfortable hotel sheets. You ever get into a hotel and just like the bedding just feels like clean?
No.
You know it's not, but you feel like
No, I never have that feeling in a hotel.
They feel because you're worried. They feel crisp.
yeah.
They do
right.
feel crisp.
You got to stop staying in Motel 6.
And you can try them. You can go to trymiracle.com/BPS and use code BPS to save over 40%. This might be our biggest discount promo code on the show.
40%. I'm ordering some for my mom.
Yeah, that's with the holidays coming up, jump on the holiday season before it starts. Start your shopping now. You can save over 40% by going to trymiracle.com/BPS plus an extra 20% off and get a free 3-piece towel set. Hey, so that's trymiracle.com/BPS, code BPS.
We always need new towels.
Towels are, because Mike's, jerking off and all.
Yeah, we ran out of socks.
Yeah.
They're not big enough anymore.
We could get a sock sponsorship over here.
Yeah, that's a good gift idea.
Yeah.
for
Great
holidays.
gift idea. Okay, we want one more?
And the colors are cool.
One more? The colors
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
No, the best part is the corners. Like it has the extent, the
Mike loves the stretchy corner.
Yeah, the
Like
old
the way
thing.
that they have like the thing on the bottom because that's
the elastic, the elastic
There
band
we
on
go.
the corner.
Yeah.
It's
and it
good.
also says top and bottom. We were very excited about that when we were making that.
Top and bottom label is important.
Is
Yeah.
very key. All right. Am I overreacting for leaving my boyfriend alone in a storm because of his kink?
Okay. It's turned on by lightning.
I guess storm chaser.
Or am I the asshole for accepting drinks from another guy at the bar when I'm married?
Whoa.
Do you like that one?
I like that one.
Yeah. So I agree. But can I just, because since we're not doing this other story, can I just tell you, is this weird to me? And I want the opinions of the people in the room. I love the lighting right before a storm, like when it just starts to get dark and the house gets a little bit darker, the wind picks up.
Yeah.
Is that not a
the best.
calming feeling?
You hear the chimes outside
100%.
kicking.
Yeah.
You ever smell rain coming in?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
It's the
We love it.
greatest. It's the
That's
greatest.
why we need to get a roof on our porch.
Luckily, we get a lot of rain here.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
true. That's true. But
So
it's
much.
calming. I like it. It's calming.
Calming.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
you
to
said
Cornelia. Our cat is very scared.
She doesn't like
of-
the rain?
She doesn't like the thunderstorms.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah,
That makes sense.
Cookie didn't like him either, but
yeah,
Stowie's
Cornelia does not like it.
fine. Stowie's too dumb. She'll bark at thunder. She's like, she can be louder than it.
it happens. It happens. Okay. So, reading this.
We're going to do the
The
drink one.
drinks from another guy.
We're going to do the drinks one.
Drinks from another guy.
Okay, go.
Alrighty. Am I the asshole for accepting drinks from another guy when I am married? So I, 30s female, have been married to my partner for 5 years. This has nothing to do with the integrity of our relationship. Also, they are okay with this.
Okay.
So I go out maybe once or twice a month and hang out with friends at a karaoke spot in town. And my partner sometimes comes with, but prefers staying home.
Yeah. Really? He doesn't want to hear people sing karaoke?
It's crazy.
That's weird.
The other night, while waiting for my friends to arrive, I started chatting with a guy sitting at the bar near me. Conversation was pleasant, and he didn't appear to be hitting on me, and I also made him aware very early into the conversation that I was happily married. My friends arrive, and before I head outside for a quick smoke, before karaoke starts for the night, he offers to get me a drink, and I refused at first and went outside. When I returned, the guy had left. The bartender, another good friend, goes to the cooler and grabs my usual beer and opens it in front of me, letting me know that the guy already bought it and left.
Okay.
So I didn't want to waste it, so I enjoy it. I don't think there was any.
Well, yeah, 100%.
If he's not literally like, let me
Yeah.
buy you a drink sitting, like.
Right.
One of my friends who saw me talking to the guy, a 40s female, said I was definitely leading the guy on, and she was going to let my partner know.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Go ahead, Barb.
Yeah, you know what? Just for
Do
that,
that.
we're not singing Endless Love together.
Yeah.
I FaceTime them myself and let her. She does, and they tell her that they know the type of person I am, and they're glad I saved a couple of bucks. And now, a few days later, I'm rethinking if I was the asshole. Our conversation revolved around favorite karaoke songs, my partner, his partner, our dogs. Definitely nothing I would consider flirty or leading someone on, so am I the asshole? There's an edit.
Okay.
2 edits.
Okay. Do you want us to react before you read the edits, or you
I
want
don't
to read?
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not super important.
Okay. No. Yeah, I don't think.
No.
I think because it was so ill intent. There was no like, hey, like let me, let's sing a karaoke song together. Let me buy you a drink. There was nothing. It was not creepy in a way that like it didn't raise any red flags to me that he bought her a drink.
Oh, he bought her a drink. He wasn't even there.
I'm
Yeah.
going to immediately, again, without the risk of being drugged.
Sure. But he
Absolutely.
opened the beer in front of him.
I know, right.
Yeah,
so
right.
I wanted to preface it with that.
Right.
Absolutely, I'm going to let somebody buy me a drink.
Right.
Especially if I was like, yeah, I'm married, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, let's have a drink. Yes, of course, please give me free
Right.
alcohol. Of course.
In
Yeah.
that manner, it's fine if like the person's already gone and the bartender was like, "Oh, the next one, the guy that left already paid for it."
Well, I think he
Yeah.
might have just went outside too. He might.
No,
be
he
coming
did.
back.
He
left.
But
Okay. Said
even
he
he was
left, yeah.
sitting there.
Right, yeah.
And she was mad about it. And she was like, I'm going to FaceTime Mike and tell him. And
Yeah.
be like, he'll be thrilled.
Yeah,
Yeah, the guy had left.
Yeah, you let him on so much, he went home to his girlfriend. Because they said they talked about their partners. They both were in relationships. Like, that's like, again, like, if this was another woman buying her a drink, it wouldn't have been any situation. She's
Right.
having a conversation at a bar, like, you know what I mean? Like,
insane.
buy drinks for people at bars sometimes, you have you see somebody.
Are you buying drinks for her?
Like when people come in that we know at like D's or something like that, you like give them a chip, we'll buy them a
Whoa.
drink, or people buy us drinks
What's
at
her name,
places
Derek?
like that.
Sometimes,
It's
yeah.
not like often that I do it, but it's not.
I don't see you doing that really.
And only if they're hot. No, no, of course not. It's never been a sexual thing.
No, of course not.
No.
I've just never seen you do it.
Yeah, that's so dumb. It would have been. I wouldn't have cared if he was still in there and he bought you a
That's what
drink.
I'm saying.
You can be married and talk to somebody of the opposite sex.
Right.
You can be out and
Yeah.
Like I don't think you shouldn't talk to another man the rest of your life.
Yeah,
Only if he's
half
a
the world
preacher.
are men.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
At least
Like, if he
half
wants to
the
buy you a
world are
drink, you had
men.
to. Even if he sat there and you're having a good conversation, he wanted to buy you a drink.
That's what I was saying. I was flying home from I don't remember where, and I remember messaging Mike and saying I was at the airport. So airport bar, people chat you up anyway.
Yeah.
And this guy had bought me again a not drug drink or whatever. But then I was talking about how I was congested, and he was telling me that he had. Did we tell you this?
Yeah, a little bit.
He was like, "Oh, I've got like some sort of anti-congestion medication or whatever." Don't worry, I didn't take it.
Right.
But I was like, "Oh, do you? Okay." And he's like, "No. Like in case you need it." And I obviously didn't take it.
Right.
But I just took it and put it in my
Right.
pocket.
Yeah.
And when he left, and then I was about to complain, and I remember FaceTiming Mike and being like, "I got a free mimosa," but he also tried to give me some allergy
NyQuil.
medication.
Yeah, I don't know if I would trust that.
No, I would not take it,
yeah,
of course.
for sure.
What if he told you it was ecstasy? You'd
Yeah.
be like, okay. Some
also-
drugs you'll take the word
Sold.
for.
That's also
Yeah.
true. That's
I don't
also
want your
fair.
allergy medication,
Yeah.
but if
Yeah.
you're gonna get me
Yeah.
Molly. Yeah.
let's
Get my
go.
hands on Sudafed.
I can get Sudafed D. I have a hookup for that.
Have a
But
hookup.
I've never been on a plane on ecstasy before. That sounds
Let's go.
interesting.
I took a pill with Delta. Yeah, that is weird. I mean, again, you're not the asshole, but
No.
this past weekend I did a show and I had I told you this when I got to the campus, I had a migraine. Like I had a headache just from driving in the sun all day. And I was like, I'm going to go into this, the campus store here to see if they have any Advil or Aleve or whatever. And they did not. So the advisor, I had done a couple shows with the guy and I was like, do you know a place where he's like, do you need any water or anything like that? I was like, no. I was like, do you know a place where I get an ibuprofen? He was like, I live on campus. He's like, I'll
Yeah.
get you one. And super nice guy. I was like, I trusted him with that. But There's a part of you that taking a pill from somebody else that you don't know that you're just like, I don't know, but I did.
Yeah.
It worked. So
Woke up in his room.
The show aren't really great, I think.
I think it's a little foggy.
I'm surprised because you get worried about taking ibuprofen at home.
Yeah, I know.
been
Yeah.
pain.
What did I do today where this ibuprofen will directly react with it?
Yeah. Well, I don't like to drink and take ibuprofen. Like, I won't do
Well,
that.
obviously, you don't want to do that.
Do you do that?
No, of course it wouldn't do anything.
Well, no, but have you done that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't-
Everybody.
Because every time if we go to dinner, I have 2 drinks. I come home, I take an ibuprofen.
Yeah, I would
Like,
swallow the
automatic.
ibuprofen with a beer.
I would do it right now.
That's crazy because it says not to do that.
Yeah, it does, but
I say a lot of
Oh,
things,
really?
Derek.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said, now she's gonna be nervous about
no,
it.
it's fine.
Yeah, you're not the asshole in this
Not the
situation.
asshole.
No, not at
Nope.
all.
No. What's
No,
the
no,
edits?
no.
Oh, the edits are so the friend isn't really my friend, just part of the larger friend group. I think I was overthinking the situation since I'm the youngest and newest person in this group. And edit 2, I thought that I included it, but I did FaceTime him right after she said she was going to tell him, so I gave her an opportunity to tell him, and he didn't care. He's not her biggest fan anyway.
Right.
She was like, okay, yeah, call him.
But also, like,
Tell him.
if your wife is calling and be like, hey, some guy just bought me a drink at a bar, you're not going to be like, Matt, like, it would be weird if she didn't tell him that.
I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been great if she just got him to sing like some song like Secret Lovers.
Yeah.
Secret Lovers.
They're on Afternoon Delight while they're singing.
Sky.
All right, do we have more? Or
Yeah,
you
we got
guys
one more.
up?
We got
Okay,
one more.
just checking.
Yep.
Didn't know our time.
No, you're
I
good.
feel like I have cat hair in my nose.
Me too. Because, the cats,
Yeah,
cat specifically loves Mike
Yeah,
and I tonight.
apparently.
Cornelia
Yeah.
loved them today.
Not surprised.
Not surprised. Okay. Am I the asshole for leaving a wedding reception after the bride and groom had us drive to 4 different locations over 30 miles through LA traffic in 100-degree heat?
Who doesn't love a good wedding scavenger hunt?
Sounds delightful.
Yeah. LA traffic?
Yeah.
Or girlfriend refuses to live in my paid-off house and wants me to sell it so we can buy a different house with a mortgage. Am I being unreasonable?
Whew, that's
Just
a
a
tough one.
girlfriend?
Girlfriend is the
It does
outlier
say
there.
girlfriend.
Yeah. So like if you were married and your wife was like, "Hey, I want to get a house that we both picked out," like that's one thing. Girlfriend's I kind of want to hear that.
Does say girlfriend.
we do a
not
lot of wedding
engaged.
drama, so let's do this one.
We do a lot of wedding drama.
I'm going to let you know that our OnlyFans episode just came out last Thursday, but we always looking for another reason to do wedding or to do another OnlyFans episode. So if
All
you want to
of
send
them.
us some hot goss, hot work goss,
Hot goss.
or some wedding drama,
Family drama.
family drama.
Love it. Bring it all.
Yeah.
Bring it all.
We just want to feel more normal because our lives are so messed up sometimes. Like,
It's so fun judging other people.
yeah. You
Okay.
got no skin in the game.
Right. All right. Girlfriend refuses to live in my paid off house and wants me to sell it so we can buy with a mortgage. Am I being unreasonable? I own a fully paid off house, which was inherited. I earn around, 2,000 pounds a month?
Okay.
They pay in pounds.
Yeah.
Pounds of what?
Meat.
Is 2,000 pounds? Wait.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Is that a phone call?
2,000
That's my personal.
pounds to dollars. 2,000 pounds of dollars is around $2,700 a month. So
Similar.
similar, yeah.
All right. My girlfriend earns a bit more than me, but doesn't have a permanent contract yet.
Okay.
She doesn't want to move in because the house doesn't feel like hers, and she's scared that I'll kick her out if we ever break up. Her mother is strongly encouraging this view. She wants me to sell my house, buy a new one together, and take on a mortgage, which she would partially arrange.
Hold on though. If what he said was he's going to kick her out if they break up.
She was saying that.
Yeah.
Right.
She would get kicked out if they break up.
Right.
What do you think's going to happen if you have a mortgage with the person? You're just going to live with that person?
She's going to kick him out.
But after you break up, like someone's still leaving that house.
Right. I think she means at least she would be financially compensated. Whereas
Okay,
if she's
yeah.
just living with him and paying him,
That makes sense.
she gets nothing if something happens.
They just have to be
But
roommates. 'cause
she's
they have a
not. She
mortgage.
does when she lives there though. She doesn't have to pay rent.
well,
either,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that would make sense.
Like,
but
nah, I'd rather have to pay.
Yeah.
right. She said, well, I would still, he said, well, I would still contribute to the monthly payments. My idea is that she moves in, we split all shared living costs equally, and we put a proper legal agreement in place so she's protected if things go wrong. I don't really want to give up a debt-free house just to start paying a mortgage. It feels like a big step backwards for me. Am I being unreasonable? How would you handle this? And there is an edit update.
Wait, how long they've been dating?
I don't think it said.
I don't think so either. It's kind of important.
Yeah, at least to this part of the story.
Right.
I think one of them, I don't know. I don't know how long they've been dating.
Okay.
That would have been useful, buddy.
My guy. Come on now. You got all the other numbers in there.
Yeah, that's kind of important. Like if you're dating a year, obviously no, you don't leave.
Right.
If you're dating 5 or, if you're engaged.
I'm going to guess it's less than that. And they're definitely not engaged.
But even still, like even if you were engaged or dating for a long time, why wouldn't? Obviously they've been dating long enough where they've come to a point where they want to move in together, right?
Yeah.
So let's say that's 2 years or whatever. You would want to be like, hey, let's just live here for free, save up money, and then that way when we get married, we can buy our dream house because we're not strapped. Like your dream house right now, when you're not married, you don't have the wealth building tools like that. Is going to be way different than your dream house in 5 years from now or 3 years from now when you can actually afford something like nice that you want to be in permanently.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's insane to not take advantage of that.
Right.
That's the reason to date that guy.
Exactly.
And she should be like, I want to do this because it's also going to save me $8,000-$9,000 a month. You know?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was an update that said, okay, we sat down and talked, and here's what we agreed on. She will pay 45% of all shared living costs, and I will pay 55%.
Okay.
The extra 10% from my side is mainly for the small maintenance costs for things like air conditioning, etc.
Sure.
She doesn't feel it's fair for her to pay fully. She wants to buy 10% of my house from me. Her reasoning is that she will also own part of the house, so it feels like it's ours instead of just mine. She would take a small mortgage for that 10%. I get the money from her, and I will put that money away safely and not spend it. I would set a fair price for the 10% that takes into account that if the house prices go up, so I'm not selling it too cheaply.
I hate this couple.
Yeah. These are the couples you see on House Hunters.
Yeah.
I want to live in the city, and the other guy's like, I want to live in the country. It's like, you guys are so far off base.
This is like 2 accountants getting married.
Yeah, it gets worse actually in the hatred category. We're gonna go to a neutral financial advisor, and my parents think it's smarter if she just saves the money, and buys the 10% in one go instead of taking a mortgage because borrowing costs money. We made a small bet. If the advisor agrees with me that saving is better, she has to buy me a box of Legos. If the advisor says the mortgage is the better option, I get pushed in a ball pit. What?
What's he get?
What's she get?
He'll accept it.
Oh.
Either he gets a box of Legos or he accepts the deal.
Or he loses 10% of his house.
Yeah.
My parents are not happy.
He gets a box of Legos or he loses 10% of his house.
Yep. He said, my parents aren't happy with this. Does this sound like a fair compromise or am I still making a mistake? Right. So then last edit. I'm so lost. When I talk to her, it all makes sense from her perspective. But when I read your comments, I get really confused. Should I break up? Should I stay with her? Should I lose some financial stability for love? I don't know what to do.
God, dang it. I do. I'm like, I hate these people too.
I can't stand. I mean, here's her only option. You have a free house. You can either stay here right now,
pay 45% of the utilities.
Help pay the utilities, and we won't have any rent. We can save to another house if we want, or trips or vacations or whatever. Yeah. But until we get to that point, let's enjoy the no rent. And I wouldn't bend on that. You're not
crazy.
Engaged. You're not, no.
He's setting himself back as well financially, and could be hurt. Here's what stuck out to me about this story. She was going to get a mortgage for 10%. So she's not even able to put 10% of his value of his house to him, right? She's not even able to. So let's say he sells his house and they take the profits of that house, which would be 100% profit because he owns the house outright.
Right.
She's going to demand that he puts all of that money, or at least a large chunk of that money, into their next house. So she's not even contributing equally in the next house. So he's getting screwed both ways if you think about it. So like you can't tie yourself in a legal situation like that to someone you're not married to.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah. I mean, we did buy a house before we were married, but
No,
it
I don't mean
obviously,
that.
like, yeah.
I mean this situation. Again, having
Right.
a completely paid off house, unless you are, again, engaged, married, you're going somewhere else specifically, why
Right.
are you not just taking him up on that? Save your money.
Again, we don't know other things. We don't know if like she doesn't like the area it's in. She doesn't, the house.
Right, he
is-
just
didn't
old.
mention
He said
any
he
of that.
inherited it.
Because
Yeah,
I
the house
thought
is
that's
a-
what it was going to be.
Yeah, without knowing if the house is a shithole or
Well, she's willing to buy 10% of it, so it can't be that bad.
well, I mean, what's the reason she won't buy 15%?
Well, he won't sell that much, probably. He wouldn't want to make 50-50 partner. Let me ask you guys
Why would he
this.
sell 10%?
Well, because she's demanding it, basically. She just
Yeah, but I'm
wants him to stay
saying
in the game.
there's a reason she's not. She probably can't afford 50%,
Right.
but I don't think he's. You're making it sound like he made the decision to be like, no, I'll only sell you 10%.
No, I think that's what she just offered
Yeah,
up as
yeah,
an option.
that's fair.
Wait, here's the thing. He wrote one comment. Her reasoning is basically this: if we buy a house together with a mortgage, then if we ever break up,
Right.
I would also be in financial trouble. That way, I'm not the only one who can walk away easily. She wants us both to have something to lose, so I would think twice before ending their relationship.
Oh my
In
God.
other words, she wants to create a financial trap,
get it?
so she's not the
I
only
get it,
one
but it
risking
doesn't
getting
make any
hurt.
sense.
Of course, it doesn't make sense.
He basically saying like, well, she's basically saying like, well, if we break up right now, you're not losing anything. Like, I want you to have pain if we break up financially or
Exactly.
emotionally. Like, let me ask you guys this: if you were dating Mike or I, when you guys were dating us, if we had a fully paid for house, would you demand that we sell that house to buy you guys another house or to be
not
partners in
unless
another
it was
house?
in the shittiest place ever, and I was afraid for my
Right.
life.
Yeah, then I just probably wouldn't go there.
Right.
If you were just my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Without knowing the condition of the house, where it's at, if that's a factor. If it's just the house, then I don't understand the 10%.
It seems like the factor is she doesn't want him to be able to leave her easily. And
Yeah.
so she's like, I want to be
weird.
That's weird. And that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. She would feel more protected if they were in an apartment
Right.
on the lease together.
Right.
That's
Here's what you need to do. Don't buy the house. Get pregnant.
2-ish years. Sorry, they've been together for 2-ish years, but not living together yet. Sorry,
Okay, 2-ish years.
just wanted to put
No
that out
chance.
It's
there.
not long.
Yeah.
Two years is long enough to move in with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
not
You need to
with all
buy a
this.
house together.
bullshit.
Right.
Right.
Unless
Well,
you really fell in love. I mean, that's
When did we buy our house?
2017.
I'm not
So it's
saying
probably
you
4
can't.
years. We were probably 2018. We were 4 years in.
We started dating in 2015.
Yeah. But I think it was like the end of so it was like 4 years. Yeah. Because we bought our house in like September and we started dating in April. So
I mean, she's unhinged.
It's a hell of a roundup.
yeah.
Before? Well, you're saying 2015 and you bought it in 2018?
Yeah. It was 2018.
Yeah, April. That's, a little over.
Like, I
3
wasn't
years.
worried about it because here's the thing. Here's the thing. She was way hotter than
And you're not having to get rid of it. You weren't leaving
Right.
a house that was paid for.
we were renting a place at that point,
Yeah.
and it was just like, do we want to continue to rent or do we
Yeah,
want to?
Right.
that is a
That's
totally different situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But selling 10% of the house still
It's crazy.
is
It's not you're now a minority owner
Yeah.
of a house in, in London.
That you got
good
for
job.
free.
Yeah.
Damn.
yeah, it's
Okay.
bizarre.
No, you shouldn't let her do that. And honestly, like, it's either
Yeah.
move in there with you
Or
let her go, or if you really want to buy another house, but it doesn't sound like you want to buy another house, but like, yeah, like she either comes and lives with you for free or, you don't be with her anymore. I think that's
Yeah. Yeah, or you could rent that rent the house out while you're dating her or, and use that money for your rent. But yeah, that's a bad financial move.
100%.
my favorite comment is, "No, your girlfriend is dumb."
So the financial planner is going to say, it's like she's a child.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
why buy 10% of your house?
I
So
hope
weird.
I hope the financial planner is like, okay, so which of these options do you get the Legos? Because I want to side with you.
yeah.
She offered to buy me a Lego set if
Yeah.
I gave her part of my house.
It does sound like these are two very analytically brained people. It sounds like they're two very right brained people. So they want to, or left brain, whatever it is. Like they're just, it's weird to treat your marriage like a job, basically, or like a business transaction.
Yeah.
You're not the asshole.
Nope.
Not at all. I'd dump her.
You dump her.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be a little worried. It is really, again, without knowing
Right.
Yeah.
where that house is. That is,
Her reasoning is weird.
it's just, I don't get it.
She wants to lock you in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Just wild.
Yeah, pretty
Which
much.
is wild. I have a story for us.
Yeah.
And this one comes with an update too. It is Now, there's going to be some things in this story that that don't make sense, and I hope you guys pick up on them, or I'll tell you what they are. So this is my sister told me she was dating my fiance.
Sister told me she.
Okay. So, yep, this is exactly what it sounds like. I, 22 female, am engaged to my fiance John, who's a 25 man. For the past 6 months, they've been engaged, and we've been dating since freshman year of university. These past 5 years of dating have been amazing, and John's always been the perfect gentleman and the best boyfriend. He's kind, he takes me on dates, and he's been showering me with gifts, especially after we became engaged. My parents met him about 2 years after we started dating. Is that a long time to meet your daughter's boyfriend? If 2 years, is that a long time?
2 years? Yeah. No, that's a long time to wait.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That was weird. Okay. My parents met him after 2 years that we started dating. But my sister Sarah she's 24, has never met him because she doesn't live in this country. She lives in the UK and they live in America.
Okay.
Last month, John had to go to work to the UK for work, as he had a deal to work out. And in my head, I thought about telling him to stay with my sister, Sarah. But since we aren't on the best terms, Sarah and this girl aren't on the best terms, I didn't mention anything to John about Sarah living in the UK. John's trip was originally scheduled for 3 weeks, but he extended his trip by 2 weeks to get some more work done. And I accepted it. After all, he's been nothing short of perfect, and this was the least I could do. John returned 2 months ago, and since then he'd been acting different. He wanted to take me on more dates, get me more things, but with my college schedule, it was incredibly hectic, and he wasn't taking no for an answer. So they ended up doing all those things. A week ago, we had a family gathering for my parents' 40th anniversary, and my sister was in attendance. This was a big deal because she didn't come to the U.S. very often. When she came, I was already there, but John was at work. So he was coming a bit later. When Sarah met me, she was uncharacteristically happy to see me, but I entertained it. She kept telling me about this wonderful guy she just met. She kept telling me this wonderful guy she just met and how happy she was and how handsome he was, and basically just singing his praises. Sarah's always been prettier than me and more popular than me, although a bit of a psycho at times, so I wasn't surprised to see that she had found a great guy. When I asked about the status of their relationship, she almost immediately became peeved and rolled her eyes and started talking about all the things he gifted her. I asked where was.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I asked where he was currently, and she said, he lives in the United States and had come to the UK for work. I asked her how long, and she said about a month ago. Okay, that was weird, but I didn't think anything of it. All of those things could be chalked up to coincidences, though. So I just silently nodded and let her gloat, but inside I felt a bit apprehensive. It all went to shit when John arrived. When I opened the door for him, Sarah went berserk, screeching his name, going up to him, hugging him, and kissing him all over his face like some kind of crazy girlfriend. John didn't reciprocate at all, but he definitely knew who she was. Glared at her, pulled her off of him before walking towards me. I just left the party, and I'm still so mad I can barely contain myself. I changed the lock on my apartment, blocked him everywhere, and I'm staying with few friends currently. I can't bring myself to believe it. I always thought John and I were perfect for each other, and after some digging, my sister had been working in the same office that he was working in the United Kingdom.
And they didn't know this
is all coincidence?
This sounds
Weird, right?
There's no chance you're
Sounds
dating someone for
impossible.
2 years and your sister doesn't have any knowledge of his name or what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this day and age. It
Right.
sounds hard to believe.
For sure. I always thought John and I were perfect. After some digging, my sister had worked in the same office building in the United Kingdom. Was it some kind of office fling? I don't even want to think about this anymore. I'm just devastated. So that's the original post. So we think it's a weird.
What's
it'd be
the
a weird.
update? Yeah, because you
I
don't
think
just
it's-
leave and not talk about it either.
Yeah, it's impossible to believe that that's what would happen.
Right.
England's small. It ain't that small. That your boyfriend would randomly go over there, happen to work in the same place. You don't know. This is like a bad plot of a rom-com.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, that's what I thought too. So let me see. Yeah, there's just one update.
And to never see, like, she didn't post a picture of her boyfriend on social media in 2 years.
Yeah.
There's no mention of him for 2 years.
There's no way if I'm dating you for 2 years and my sister lives in another country, she's not getting one picture of us together.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what someone said. Well, it's certainly possible he cheated, and that's certainly what Sarah wants you to think. Maybe take 2 steps back and take a deep breath. You don't have a good relationship with her. She's been a bit of a psycho in the past, and she follows you on Instagram where you have photos of you and your fiance. So she could easily have recognized him when he turned up at her office. Does her psycho past involve making up lies or being manipulative? And so the poster said she was pretty manipulative towards people, but nothing this bad. She went to therapy for a while before going to the United Kingdom. So they are friends on Instagram. So the fact of the matter is they probably would have.
Right, of course.
Right. Yeah. So this girl, the update is like a couple months later. It's really nice to see all the support I've gotten from everybody who's commented on my post, but the consensus was that I should talk to John.
Yeah.
That's not the update. That's not the
Yeah, I know. But fucking duh.
Yeah. You didn't need Reddit for that one, Sarah.
Right.
You know? I did, and 3 months ago, we had a heart-to-heart conversation about what happened in London. John told me that Sarah somehow found his place of work, tried stalking him, and telling all of his London coworkers that they were in a relationship, getting her invited to pubs with them, etc. John said that her behavior was very disturbing, and that's why he was so fazed when he saw her there. He didn't expect it. Honestly, I just feel horrible. My fiance was going through something that I couldn't even imagine, and I iced him out for a week because of my own insecurities regarding my sister. I truly do love him so much, but this feels like a hurdle that we cannot get over. Even though it's been 3 months, the guilt still eats at me, and it's tough to think that I was a bad enough person in the situation, but it's true.
So wait.
Did John write this as a joke?
Yeah.
What are you talking
the
about?
sister in the UK was just stalking him.
That's what John said.
And she just never, there's no conversation with her sister about this?
Yeah, none of this makes sense.
Well, what's crazier to me is that, like, if that is true, let's
say the sister's crazy and stalks him. Right.
You tell your girlfriend, your fiance
exactly.
that.
Right. Yeah, he never mentioned, oh, yeah, I hung out with your sister.
Right.
She's crazy.
For a month.
She's been stalking me for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't even know what part to believe.
Yeah, I don't believe any of it.
I don't either,
Yeah.
because it doesn't make any sense.
It does feel completely unbelievable. So she said, I've completely cut Sarah and my parents out of my life.
But
John
kept the fiance.
Yeah, well, John is Well, I think they're separated. John and I took it a bit slower. We went on a break for a month and got back together a month and a half ago. I don't know where we stand anymore. Like it's like our relationship has gone back to the early days of us being awkward teenagers. And it's not a place I want to be with him. All in all, I'm heartbroken and I feel like I've lost all trust that he had in me. I don't think what I did was truly irrational, but looking back, I realized that I was the one in the wrong, and it's hard for me to admit this. So basically, her and John are now like broken up, and she just cut all of her family members out of her life. But what to me, let me tell you my theory on this, because when I read this story, it all seems very weirdly coincidental, and so but my theory was in this story was John absolutely went to Europe, extended his vacation by 2 weeks to get more work done, was hooking up with her sister over there, and then had to come up with a lie when he came back and be like, babe, she stalked me, she's crazy, and and now he feels guilty about that, so they just broke up.
Right. Well, that can also be true, but not having a single conversation with your sister about this?
Well, they don't talk. They don't talk. Yeah.
She walked in the room and her fiance hugged him and kissed him.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be
but here's the thing. She knew his name.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You immediately are like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? How do you know him? Why are you kissing him?
Yeah.
There's not I'm going to go to my car and leave and get on Reddit.
Right.
Yeah. Huh. I got questions.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just none of that makes sense. Yeah.
Very
Do you think he was cheating? Do you think he was cheating over there in the UK?
Yes.
And
Yeah, I don't know what to believe because I don't believe any of it.
Yeah.
right. That's also
So
fair.
it's a hard place to jump in on what part I don't believe because I literally none of it's believable.
Right.
That obviously they wouldn't coincidentally. I mean, it could happen, but it wouldn't. That they didn't know and he ended up cheating on her and it happened to be her sister and he had no idea.
Well, I think he knew before that though, right? Because like I think through like Instagram and like the family stuff like that, like he would have known that was like he could have been.
Did the sister.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. He could have been going over there for work and to cheat on his.
I'm
his
sure
fiancée.
he was going over there for work.
Right.
But
Yeah.
then like nothing computes after that
Nothing.
at all.
This is a pickle
Yeah.
that I would
This-
not want to be in.
It is a pickle for sure.
I think he absolutely cheated.
Yeah.
And then he
Lied.
And then he lied, right? And then had to be like, because again, if your sister is actively stalking you in a different country, your fiance in a different country, there's not a chance your fiance doesn't tell you that.
That's exactly.
right.
Yeah, so why even go over there? Why would if it happened, why would the sister pick that Christmas to come home to?
Yeah.
Why would he
40th
not come up with an
anniversary.
excuse to go over there or anniversary?
Well, I don't think he knew she was going to be there at the party.
That's fair. But okay.
Yeah.
But then
And I think the sister was so psycho that she was like, I'm going to ruin my sister's life and her relationship by showing up to this party because I know her fiance is going to be there.
how does the fight not happen there?
100%.
How does the conversation
100%.
not happen as soon as that happens?
Right.
Yeah. I don't buy it.
I call bullshit.
I call bullshit.
I call bullshit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
I
to
think
bullshit
now that
meter.
we're
If
talking
you
it
call
out-
bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's like I said, every time I try to pick something, I'm like, I don't believe any of this story. It's just all of it's too far fetched. You know? Like
You don't think the original poster could get
No.
a fiance?
I don't even believe that. I don't believe he typed this.
It was a girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. None of it, man. It's just, it's weird.
It is
It
weird.
doesn't
What do you
make
guys think?
sense.
Like I don't even know what to say.
No.
Again, I'm having a fight with my sister at my parents'
In the
40th.
moment.
Immediately, if she walks in or Mike walks in the door and she starts kissing him and being like, "Oh my god, it's so good," blah blah blah. Like that's happening right now.
Are you
There's
fighting?
no-
Are you fighting the sister or the fiance?
well,
at that
both,
moment?
I
but
mean, the
you
whole
ask
family
the
would've went
questions
nuts.
is the point.
Right.
You
The whole
don't just not get answers.
The whole family has known this guy like stateside for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're not going to say anything when those two the other sister starts making out.
Like, that's not the right one. That's not the right
Yeah,
one.
she's like, I'm going to go out in the car and get on Reddit for a second.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, take your time. You know, like it, none of it makes sense.
I think he's right. I think he's.
I don't know. I don't like
We need
it.
a bullshit meter.
Yeah.
Where's your bullshit meter at?
I need pictures. I need I need a picture of the sister and the John in England together.
We need visuals.
Oh,
Yeah, showing up at work. I mean, at his work function. And him not saying anything. Him being like, okay,
Okay.
that'll
She
work.
thinks I'm kind of cute.
Yeah,
yeah. They did break up for a little while, and when after this whole thing happened, and John said that he went on a few half dates with a coworker.
What's a half date?
And that's what someone said. What the fuck is a half date? Well,
John's
What?
shady.
someone said John screwed his coworker a few times, and probably your sister. This story is shady as shit. As if he wouldn't mention her stalking him. Why would
Exactly.
he extend his trip? Probably because he was busy having lots of cake and fucking that too. Like,
Yeah, right. Like I can see the dude being slimy and shady and maybe hooking up with her sister and doing whatever, but there's no way you don't say something about
right. Like all the comments are like, it didn't
Yeah.
occur to the boyfriend to say, hey, your sister is stalking me when it's happening.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
because it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna get fired here. She's showing up at work events, and it's.
Yeah.
And then he extends it. Yeah, I'm not.
Someone said 70 million people in the United Kingdom, but they just happen to work in the same office and never mention it. Okay.
Yeah. I call bullshit.
Call
All
bullshit.
right. The only reason I wouldn't immediately call my partner and tell her while I was in the UK is if I was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the comments. Those
Yep.
are the comments.
Yep,
we
yep,
think
yep.
we think that either it's not a real story or
John's a liar.
John's banging your sister.
John's in a pickle.
John's
I was in a pickle. I say not a real story at all.
okay. What do you guys think?
That was my bullshit button.
All right.
John's a liar.
Do you think it's a real story? And John's a
Yeah.
liar?
I think it's probably not real, or John wrote it.
Oh, no. I think John's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. His sister stalked him. Or no, the sister didn't stalk him. He was
Right.
banging the
Cheated.
sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he randomly just met her there? And
No, I think he was
No,
going.
it
He
was
might have been going
all
over to work for the UK,
premeditated.
and then like he met, like he knew her sister.
He looked
lived
her
over
up.
there. Yeah,
It
right.
was premeditated.
That would
Yeah.
make way more sense.
Yeah, which is 100% probably what happened. The odds of them working in the same office, that's astronomical. That's not a real. But I think he definitely could have been going over there for work and then was like, I'm going to meet your sister because he knows his sister lives over there. She's told him her sister
Maybe
lives
he's
over
like
there.
a diabolical like serial killer, and he was like, that's his thing.
Well, he didn't
Like,
do a good job because she showed up at the party.
Because
Yet.
he showed up at
Yeah.
Mike thinks it's fake.
I think it's fake
I
too,
I
but-
think it could be real. I think it could be real with him having the intentions of going over there and sleeping with her.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's a long way to go. There's plenty of girls here too. Like,
Wait, you
or
guys
there's
think-
other girls over there.
Yeah.
You guys think the actual story is made up?
Yes.
It's the
Like
internet.
100%.
someone typed all
Yes.
this made up?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, Alana, I don't know if you know this, but you don't have to put truths on the internet.
There's tons of them.
What's
are
the
fake.
point of that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Reddit
well,
karma.
we just talked about it on a goddamn podcast.
Son of a bitch!
And if you're in a pickle, hey, you made it all the way to this episode, bad. Let us know in the comments. Let us know if you think that story was real. I genuinely don't know. I was trying to read a lot of them to find a good one for this story today. I thought
Yeah.
that was interesting because like that, the whole family dynamic, but it might have been fake. I might have been duped. It happens.
I get
sometimes,
duped a lot. I get duped a lot.
Do you ever see those like the people like Mike? This will relate with you. Like people like on sports shows repost something like a big trade or something like that, and they're like,
All
"Oh,
the
it was
time.
fake." You know,
I fall for shit all the time.
even the experts get fooled sometimes. So let us know if you think that was fake. It could be fake. It could
Yeah.
be fake. We don't know. But if you've been in a pickle, hey, you made it all the way to this. So it was a bad potato salad. Please do us a favor, rate, review, subscribe anywhere podcasts are available. Because we have been Bad Potato Salad.
And you've been served.
Boom.